This is a third stimulus check update and an outline of the new $1.9 trillion COVID relief package. In this video, I'm going to go over the details of the package and how you can benefit from it. It's going to be brief, to the point, and easy to understand. So share this video with someone if you want them to know how they can benefit from the $1.9 trillion. So we're briefly going to go over the numbers, and then I'll go more into detail in the next part of the video. First, with stimulus checks, it's going to be $1,400 to Americans. For the federal unemployment boost, it's going to be $400, and it's going to be extended until the end of September. Federal minimum wage is going to increase by $15 per hour. They're extending the eviction and foreclosure moratoriums until the end of September. $350 billion for state and local aid, $170 billion for kindergarten to 12th grade for schools and into institutions of higher education, $50 billion towards COVID-19 testing, $20 billion towards national vaccine program and partnerships with states, localities, and tribes. Then they're making the child tax credit fully refundable for the year and increasing it to $3,000 per child or $3,600 for anyone who has children under 6 years old. So that's just the basic overview. Now we're going to get more into detail of what is in this. So when it comes to the stimulus checks, it's going to be $1,400. And they're saying that it's going to be a total of $2,000. That's in combination of the second $600 stimulus check. So just to be clear, it's going to be $1,400. Nothing has changed except adult dependents will be eligible to receive this. So anyone age 17 and older will be eligible to receive this stimulus check if they were claimed as a dependent. Next is enhanced unemployment benefit. So it's going to increase from 300 a week to 400 per week. And this is going to go on from approximately March until the end of September. We don't know the exact detail of when it'll start, but probably at the end of the $300 per week benefit. When it comes to rental assistance and eviction moratorium, there's going to be an additional $25 billion in rental assistance for low and moderate income households. This is going to be in addition to the $25 billion that was passed in December. So that the previous $25 billion will be available January 20th. This next $25 billion will be available when the package passes. There'll also be another $5 billion set aside to help struggling renters to pay their utility bills. And Joe Biden is calling for another $5 billion to help with states and localities assist with those at risk experiencing homelessness. So this will be just dedicated to people on the brink of homelessness. Then there's a plan to extend the federal eviction moratorium to extend, currently it's extended until the end of January. This one will extend until the end of September. And then this also applies for people under the federally guaranteed mortgages to apply for forbearance until September 30th. So this is just federally backed mortgages, not private mortgages, which is what most people have. Also, this is going to extend the 15% increase in food stamp benefits through September. And this is going to have it because it's going to extend until June at the moment. Then there's also going to be another $3 billion to help women, infants, and children secure food and give U.S. territories $1 billion in nutrition assistance. Also, there's going to be money for restaurants to provide food to needy Americans and jobs to people who got laid off in the restaurant industry. More money for children and tax credits. So Congress is going to create a $25 billion emergency fund and add $15 billion in an existing grant program to help child care providers, including family child care homes, to pay for rent, utilities, and payroll. So this will help out with anyone who wants to pay for their child care so you could go back to work. This is what that program is for. It also proposes expanding the child care tax credit 1 year so that families will get back as much as half of their spending on childcare for any children under the age of 13. So there should be a tax credit there. Speaking of tax credit, there's also another increase in tax credit if you have kids. So you could get up to $3,600 for children under 6 and $3,000 for those who have children between the age of 6 and 17. That is for the entire year. Also, this proposes to raise the maximum earned income tax credit for a year close to $1,500 for childless adults and increase the income limit to the credit to about $21,000 and expand the age range of eligibility to cover older workers. Next, there's going to be subsidies for health insurance premiums. So, in the plan, he's going to have an increase and expand the Affordable Care Act's premium subsidy so that enrollees don't have to pay more than 8.5% of their income for coverage, which also was part of what he promised during his campaign. He also wants Congress to provide $4 billion for mental health and substance use disorder services and $20 billion to meet the healthcare needs of veterans. So just to repeat, $20 billion to help out with veterans. I think that is really good. Restoration of emergency paid leave. So he spoke about this before. He said this plan will reinstate the paid sick leave and family leave benefits that expire at the end of December until September 30th. It'll also extend the benefit to workers employed at businesses with more than 500 employees and less than 50, as well as federal workers who were excluded from the original program. So if you work for the government federally, then you will be part of this paid sick family leave benefit. Under Biden's proposal, people who are sick or quarantining or caring for a child whose school is closed will receive 14 weeks of paid leave. The government will reimburse employers with fewer than 500 workers for the full cost providing the leave. Then there's more assistance for businesses in addition to the Paycheck Protection Program. So this is separate. The plan is going to give $15 billion to create a new grant for small business owners. Then it's also proposing $35 billion investment for some state, local, and tribal and nonprofit financing programs to make low-interest loans and provide venture capital to entrepreneurs. Then there's also going to be $350 billion for state, local, and territorial governments. This is going to be for frontline workers to distribute the vaccine, increase testing, reopen schools, and maintain vital services. Under the plan, it's also going to give $20 billion to the hardest hit public transit agencies to help avert layoffs and cutting off routes. Then the plan would also provide $170 billion for kindergarten to 12th grade schools, colleges, and universities to help them reopen safely or to facilitate remote learning. And Congress approved $82 billion in aid for schools in December. So this is in addition to that $82 billion. There's going to be increased support for vaccine and testing. So this is going to be investing $20 billion in a national vaccination program, including the launch of community vaccination centers around the country and mobile units in hard-to-reach areas. Biden also wants to increase the federal support to vaccinate Medicaid enrollees. The proposal is going to invest $50 billion in testing, providing funds to purchase rapid tests, expand lab capacity, and help schools implement regular testing to support reopening. It's also going to fund the hiring of 100,000 public healthcare workers, nearly tripling the community healthcare workforce. This plan will also include a 15-hourly minimum wage boost. So he's going to have the minimum wage federally raised to $15 an hour and end tipped wage and sub-minimum wage for people with disabilities. Some of the things that are not in this plan is the $10,000 in student loan forgiveness. So when reached out, senior officials said that he still supports forgiving the $10,000 in student loan forgiveness, but it isn't mentioned in this specific plan. I don't know if it's going to be mentioned in the plan later on, added to it, or something separate legislation. Another thing that is not included is the increase in Social Security checks by $200 per month or $2,400 per the year. This is on Joe Biden's website for his emergency action plan to save the economy. It's what he campaigned on, but there is no mention in this stimulus package. Let me know if you have any questions about this stimulus package, and let me know your thoughts on this stimulus package. Is this going to help out the people? Do you think you could benefit from it? Is this better than what we've seen in the past? I'm really curious about your thoughts. Share this video with someone who wants to easily understand what is in this new stimulus package and how they could benefit from it. So hit that share button down below. Also hit the like button and subscribe if you want the latest updates regarding the third stimulus check or the progress of this stimulus package passing. that is all the stimulus news I have for you today. To cheer up your day a little bit, here is my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you the one thing that you should do. When there's trees, you should think of going outside because there's no air inside unless you have plants. Outside there's more air for you because the trees help you breathe. So you don't really want to cut down trees unless people are making houses. It's okay to cut trees a little bit sometimes, but you shouldn't do it all the time because the trees help you breathe. No trees, you can't breathe. So that's all the advice that I want to tell you. Bye!
And if you want to change your mindset and get in a better mood, I recommend clicking this video over here. It's on my Wise Vibes channel to help you feel motivated, inspired, and just have an overall better day. Take a break from the negativity that's going on. Click this video now, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.